it's Lotte Forde. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today I want to do a process video. I started this new series from start to finish, and in it I sort of show the process that I use when creating an illustration for you to color. I have started with a general outline. So this is based on an illustration that I did as a sort of a doodle. This is the illustration that I am going to try to sort of transfer onto into this drawing. So the idea is this is an Easter illustration coloring sheet, and I have this idea of a sleeping bunny rabbit in underneath the sort of greenery above. So I've decided to start with a sort of a circular theme, and I've just sort of roughly sketched the outline, sort of just to give it a sort of a shape, and decided to sort of have the rabbit in this section, and then maybe some, I'm not 100% sure yet, but because I'm using this kind of egg shape, it being Easter, I'm going to work with that to start. I have also put a sort of a frame around the top and the bottom, the two sides, just to sort of put a sort of a, as I said, to give myself the option of maybe doing a full page illustration. Now, there's something interesting. I am using A4 paper, and A4 paper has different dimensions to US paper, so I'm always a little bit caught out by that. My drawings most of the time are basically for American paper. I just like that format, but as a result of that, sometimes my drawings sort of, when they sit on A4 paper, they have bigger margins at the bottom and at the top, just to give people who have American paper a chance to have a full page spread without having to chop anything off. Anyway, so here I go. So I'm like, if I do it with a frame, that would probably change my, I don't know. I think I'm going to just start with the drawing of the rabbit, the illustration of the rabbit. So just sharpen my pencil. So today is a really bright day again. I have to pull the blinds down because the sunshine just creates too many harsh shadows, which is always a bit weird to sit in a bright sunny day and then pulling the blinds down. That's kind of like nearly a sin. But needs must. I have decided to speed up this section of the video because while I have basically designed the main shape of the drawing, there's still a lot of design decisions that I'm sort of making on the fly, and that really slows down all the entire video. It's even watching it at 10 times its normal speed, it's kind of crazy because it still takes a really long time to draw this. And I suppose like what you are seeing now is that I have, as I said, I had decided, okay, I'm going to put a basket here, but the drawing of the basket itself is really done as you're watching it, and again, I said it earlier on already, I am just basically adding elements to the main outline, which is this sort of egg shape, and I've decided, okay, I'm going to put lots of flowers down here, and without spending too much time on the flowers yet, I'm just putting big circles where I want to have sort of botanical objects, as in plant objects. So as I said earlier, I have now decided to actually make this a full page illustration as in I'm using all of the page, I'm putting a frame around it, and I'm at the base of this, well, it's not really a tree, but this growth are these big leaves, and and so I'm deciding this is where the leaves go, and then it's the same inside. So once I've decided, okay, there is going to be grass back here as a big background. So these are design decisions on the fly. I am just continuing drawing this, all these leaves in the background behind the rabbit, and I mean, poor chap, or yeah, chap, he is truly knackered. So yeah, so as I progress through this drawing, you can see I'm adding elements, like I'm adding flowers at the top, but only just the idea of a flower here. And I think at some point, as I said, I decided this is going to be a climber, but then the execution of drawing the climber is obviously something that, has to happen as well. It's just a flow of work that I have, and I'm happy enough with it. It's strange when you're watching yourself work and doing it to camera. You become aware of the pauses and sort of see how the creative process in itself is sort of interrupted in this case. Like if you're looking, well, it's not an interruption, but I mean, I am drawing flowers, and then I say, right, okay, flowers is enough flowers at the moment, I have to draw something else. In this case, I'm drawing little mice. Anyway, so I ended up finishing most of the design idea of the background, design layout of the background off camera, and this is the next day. You can tell because I'm wearing a woolly jumper. And I'm still working on it, and now on this day I ended up forgetting about the blinds, and you can see how the sun is shining on my table. It's lovely, but it's a bit distracting, and I obviously went and pulled the blinds down, hence the shadows gone. So I mean, here you see these flowers are now taking shape. I add some texture, and again, it's just sort of a continuous process of fine-tuning a drawing. So I actually just basically work in pencil until I'm satisfied with the outcome. And then I also change things. Like one of the things I wanted to add here is some another fun element. So I decide to put a cuckoo clock hanging off the creeper, the flower, and that takes a little bit of adapting the rest of the drawing. So thank God there are erasers. Erasers are the illustrator's best friend. So I'm redesigning that upper section, and the overall impression of the drawing is kind of important to me. It sort of I want it a little bit balanced, so there's a certain balance between left and right. This is a good bit later now. Unfortunately, I recorded this at night time, and as a result of that, my lighting setup changed, and when I was drawing it, I was not aware of the bleach out at the very top of the drawing, and I have to apologize for that. So I have, I'm happy with the composition now. I'm happy with the main shapes of the plants and the leaves. I don't really need to trace down here as in draw this one more time, simply because I will just trace it, and in the process, like, so the pencil has, in pencil I always decide the basic layout of the drawing, and I add as many details as come to mind, and now I'm ready to finalize the drawing into an ink version. So I'm going to grab a transparency and yeah, move on. What's nice now is the bleach is finally gone. In the transparency you can see that at the very top I actually added a cuckoo clock, and you can see there is the little mouse on the swing to the right at the top. One of the things that I tend to sort of work a little bit with is that because the drawings are so detailed, certain parts just can't be done with a particular ink thickness, so I tend to vary between different pens just depending on where in the drawing I'm working. So as I said, the finer details are drawn with a even a finer pen, so like that mouse, for example, or the little details on the baskets and stuff like that. That's all done in a finer pen than what I use for the, let's say, the outlines of the big leaves, and yeah, so the main sort of structures, for lack of better words. So yeah, so that will be another thing that I just notice as I watch myself draw. Yeah, so this is now just texture at the end with fine tip pen. This is the ink drawing pretty much done now, and yeah, I'm very happy with this illustration for the second Easter special. Yeah, it's finished. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I know that there's a few mistakes, so I have to do some corrections, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight now. It's been fun to draw in darkness, but I really have to apologize for that bleach out halfway through the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I see you again soon, and catch you again. Bye.